family. We're waiting for the Facebook people to get online here. After they get online, we're going to get started. I look forward to talking to you today because it's really going to, hopefully it'll open up your eyes to some of the things that are going on in your life. YouTube, all right, Facebook, YouTube, both you guys are here, so let's get started. So let's go ahead and go into it, the muck. Now, when you think of muck, you might think of something with sludge, with sewage, and it's not clear. You can't ever drink muck. It's going to be thick, it's going to be full of gross, nasty, ugh. So we're going to take it back. Let's go back, right? I want you to close your eyes and imagine. Or if you're driving, please don't do that. Don't do that at all. So I want you to think about, like, you're having a hard day, okay? And you go to your bathroom, and you turn on your water, and muck just comes out, right? And you see that muck. It's like, that's muck. What is that? You would immediately wonder what that is, turn that off, and clean up your bathroom as soon as possible, right? Because muck smells. It does not smell pleasant, right? So if muck comes, right, you clean it up. And you turn on the faucet, you see muck, you turn it off. You never leave muck on it unless you really wanted mucky water. I don't really know why you would, but that's, you know what, to each their own. So let's back it up to the point where you turn on your water and actually clear water comes out. There's nothing in your bathtub. And you're getting in, you fill up the tub, you're excited, you want a bath. Some of you guys don't take baths, just imagine. And you get in, and you wash yourself, and you get clean and everything else. And, you know, so you get out of the tub, and so the water's off, and you get out of the tub, but instead of draining the water, you let it sit there, right? Okay. And then tomorrow you decide you want to go ahead and take another bath, and you just get in that same mucky water, and you boom, you clean, and you get out, and you leave the water in there. Now let's say you do that for a matter of 4 days, 4 weeks. How would that water look? It look pretty nasty, right? Because it's got all that dirt and grime and all that crusty muck stuff that's come along from you being outside. It's on your body. So obviously it's not going to be it's not going to look too nice, right? And you may not be too clean if you're bathing yourself in muck, because you're taking the dirt that's already in the water and you're kind of stirring it up and putting it back on your body, even though you think you're getting clean. So I want you to think about this. There's a perspective that I've heard that you actually learn 95% of who you are before the age of 18, right? So you're operating right now within the parameters of who you were whenever you were a child, and a lot of the things that you have created for yourself, whether it be walls or protection, things of that nature, you have learned before the age of 18, 95%, right? Unless you actually go in there and start changing things. So what I want you to think about is, now we've showered and we've got this muck here, so I want you to think about having muck. I'm looking down, I can imagine having muck in your bathroom and your bathtub for 18 years. How dirty do you think that water would be? How absolutely gross would that water be? How thick would that water be? If there was any water at all, it would probably just be bathing in dirt. It's gross. So this is what I want you to think about in perspective. Like, when I came back from basic, I thought I was great. I've always thought I was great, you know what I'm saying? I came back from this basic event and I realized something, is that as I was going, and I'm 35 years old, I'm still sitting and bathing in the same muck I had for 35 years. You know how big that is, to have that realization that the muck that you have, the things that are causing me to be who I am today, is caused because I learned something when I was a kid? Isn't that crazy? So for 35 years, I have a bathtub full of watery muck and garbage and junk that I was just sitting in and bathing in, and wondering why my relationships weren't working, wondering why I didn't get the money I wanted, wondering why I couldn't get people to act right. All these things that I had were in the muck. And the muck was determining what my future was, because if you got too much muck on you, you're not going to be able to attract somebody who doesn't have as much muck, because you're going to smell too bad. So I got out of my tub and I realized that, you know, it's time to get rid of this muck. So I actually drained the water that weekend. I drained a lot of that water. And you know what I started to do? I started to clean around the outside of the tub. And I did my best to get around the outside of the tub and get some of that muck out of there. But obviously, whenever it's 18 years, 21 years, 35 years, 40 years for some of you, of muck in that same tub that you just continuously bathe in until you don't know that you're bathing in muck. You're like, oh, that's gross. You didn't realize it's gross until you get out. When you start cleaning the rim, it's going to take a little bit of time to clean that rim out, because it's been like that for years, right? So what I want you to think about, this is the perspective I want. The muck that I'm talking about here is the stuff that you've been holding on to, the stuff that defines you, the stuff that actually makes you stay where you are, the excuses, the reasons why you can't do what you want. Every time you give yourself an excuse, you give yourself a reason to stay right where you are, which means that you give yourself a reason not to clean out your muck. But you won't recognize muck until you actually have somebody who's actually gone through and seen it recognize your muck for you, because sometimes you're going to think that muck is good. Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. My bathtub's fine. I don't need to clean it. Yes, you do. And it needed to be cleaned a long time ago, but the average person's not going to clean their bathtub because they don't even know it's dirty. They've just been sitting in it. Imagine if a child for, the first 5 years of his life thought it was okay to punch people and bite people, and goes out to the world, he's going to punch and bite. She's going to punch and bite because that was normal. So you got to clean up your muck. You got to let the water out of your tub. You got to clean around the rims, and you got to let it go, and you got to put more water in there and scrub down again, because otherwise that muck will stay, and that muck will affect you. Look at right now. I want you to think about your life. Do you believe you could be doing more? Do you believe that you could be affecting more people? Do you believe you can make more money? Do you think you could be more successful? Do you think your kids can be more successful? Funny story is that if you're in muck in your bathtub, your kids are bathing in that same muck that you were. I'm just saying, keep that in mind. You think you're great, and everybody's great. I love you guys. But if you're bathing in muck, your child is getting in that same bathtub until they get their own. You're actually a reflection of what your parents have went through, and how they treated you and how they didn't treat you. And that's how it creates. And then relationships are based on that, and then we react to the relationships that are around us based on how we grew up. So if you're growing up and if you grew up and you got muck in your bathtub and your child is getting in your bathtub, how dirty do you think your child's going to be before they even have a chance to get clean? So don't be selfish. Take the time to invest in yourself and to start realizing where your muck lies, and start doing, some things to kind of get yourself away from where you are. Because if you don't clean out that bathtub, nobody else is going to do it for you. That's why it's such a good analogy, because no one can make you better. I did not want to be better until I realized I needed to be better. It was my conscious decision that was actually made that made me realize, wait a second, I can do more. I'm not enough. I have so much more to give, and the way my life is going is not okay. Nothing in your life is by circumstance. Everything in your life is by design and creation. The life that you have right now has been created by you over years of muck. So now it's time to clean out your bathtub. Now it's time to get out there and say, wait a second, I deserve more than this. I am more than this. I will be more than this. And bring people along with you. When people start cleaning out when you start cleaning out your tub and people see you, they'll clean out their tub too. And that will make for a better society. And that's how we grow, because without that enlightenment piece, that muck there, we're all going to be stewing in the same trash, sitting in trash, and it's never going to go anywhere. So that's all I have to say for you guys today. I hope you guys got something from this. I appreciate you being here, ladies. I appreciate you being here. Animals, I love your animals. I appreciate you. Remember that I believe in each and every one of you, and clean up that bathtub. At least take a look down and see how dirty it is, and understand that your life doesn't have to be the way it is right now. It can always be better. But it's going to take a little work. When you drain that bathtub out of that water that you've been stewing in for the past 18, 25, 35, 45 years, it's going to take a little bit for that water to get out of there. And it's not going to be clean just because you let that water. You're going to have to do a little scrubbing. You're going to have to get a little dirty. Dirty, yeah, all right? You've already been dirty. You have to get a little dirty scrubbing. You have to get some soap and water, books, soap and water, videos, soap and water, talking to the right people. Understand that your tub is probably looking like your neighbor's tub, because your neighbor's tub will probably look like his neighbor's tub. And so the people that you're around, I always talk about this, the friends that you have, the parents that you have, you might notice that your tub is starting to look a little bit of the same. Because the thing is, if somebody has a clean tub, if I clean my tub as I clean my tub, I'm not letting somebody with a dirty tub get into my tub, because I'm not going to have to clean that again. And I don't want to revert back to the dirtiness that it was. So I just keep that in mind. I hope you guys have a good one. It's supposed to be a quick mix. I guess it wasn't. Again, I'm getting really good at saying quick mix and then it being 10 minutes long. But I hope you guys got something from this. Take this, pass this along. Let somebody else see this. It might help them. It might not help you. But let somebody else see this, because you never really honestly know what somebody is going through. And somebody might need a change right now. Even though you are great, you don't need a change, and you're not willing to step forward and do something to make yourself better. That does not mean that the people around you aren't tired of their muck, aren't tired of the pain and the stress of their life, and how being dirty and how they're not going anywhere. An average person is going to die with muck in their tub because they're not willing to do what it takes to make that tub clean. They're not willing to get down and scrub. They're just going to say, oh, my tub is fine, I'm going to shower. But I mean, I use that analogy because you can imagine, I know some of you on this video can imagine what a dirty tub looks like. So imagine a dirty tub for 15, 20, 25, 30, 50 years without being clean. Imagine what that looks like. Imagine what that would feel like, the grit and all that stuff. That's the problems that you've been going through, and you're just bathing yourself in it. So instead of, because you can't get a new tub, you only get one tub in life, and that's your life, obviously. So instead of complaining about how dirty your tub is, why don't you get there and clean it? Oh, my tub is dirty. Oh, my tub is so dirty. And then you shower in it anyway. Or you bathe in it anyway. You gotta clean your tub. No one else can clean it for you. That's all I have to say. No, sorry, real quick. No husband, no wife, no girlfriend, no boyfriend can clean your tub for you. No kid can clean your tub for you. No boss can clean your tub for you. No job can clean your tub for you. You can get a great job and still have a dirty tub and realize why the job that you have that was supposed to be your job never really goes where it's supposed to go because your tub's not clean. You are the same person when you take yourself and you move to another place, you bring your tub with you. Your dirt goes with you. Oh yeah, I want a better life. I'm gonna pick up and move. Your tub goes with you. Your dirt goes with you. Oh, I want a new job and more money. Your tub goes with you. Your dirt goes with you. So if you want something more, clean your daggum tub. You don't have to move houses and waste all this money. Your tub's still dirty. That's all I have to say. I love each and every one of you. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I love you. And I will talk to you tomorrow. And remember, clean your tub. It's nasty.